Hello, my friends. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're ready for another YouTube video from your old buddy, Dadcraft73. We're back here in the wasteland playing a little bit of Regrowth modded Minecraft. Oh, man. This will be the first time ever in my life making YouTube videos where I have almost an entire episode recorded, and in the middle of that episode, and I'm talking like 20 minutes in of recorded footage of me building all kinds of crazy stuff, have I ever stopped, just put on the brakes, full on, tires screeching, smoke rolling, and we came to a full stop because I need to record this video before I can release that video. Does that make sense? So you're going to see two regrowth videos coming. This one is going to be on Tuesday. Today is Tuesday if you're watching this episode. Man, I hope you're ready for a fun episode because we're going to do some automation today. Because I need to do some automation so I can finish the other video that I want to produce, that I've already recorded like a ton of. Oh man, I got an intro and I got crafting and we're building machines and all kinds of crazy stuff. And man, I just got to the point where I was so overwhelmed that we locked up the brakes and we're starting a brand new episode, and you're going to see this one and then you're going to see the other one. Make sense? I hope so. I mean, I don't know if it even makes sense to me. Good grief almighty, what a nightmare we are in the middle of. Let's spin around here. Let's put this on. Let's turn our inventory back on so we can see stuff. Let me just briefly bring you up to speed on where we're at. So I have reached the point where I need some lithium. And to make lithium, you gotta have some of this crazy thermal evaporation multi-block structure. And it's this big old ridiculous thing that takes all these crazy evaporation blocks and valves and controllers and all kinds of stuff. Just so we can make lithium. And the reason I want to make lithium is I want to make some of these induction things, induction cells, and I want to make, some good ones. And you can see very clearly that to make these guys, you got to have lithium dust. And to make lithium dust, you need this crazy thermal evaporation block, or you need this multi-block structure, not just the block. So, we made these, right? Here we go. You'll see them in my inventory. I made those. All good, right? So it's just a dynamic tank, which is just, some steel and some fluid tanks and some stuff like that. And you take those dynamic tanks and you wrap them in some copper plates and you get these thermal evaporation blocks. And we've made 32 of them. So easy, right? And that my plan for this episode that you haven't seen yet was just to make this thermal evaporation thinger, controller, whatever thing. And everything was going good, man. We got these dynamic tanks done. That was cool. We got all those done. And then I hit the valves. And I was trying to power through. And that's when I decided, nope. It's time to hit the brakes and step away. Because I was literally just, oh man, raging. So here's what the problem is. So I need to make some of these elite control circuits. So you can see we need two of those guys to be able to make this evaporation valve. And I actually need to make two of these valves. You hear that big sigh? Yeah, you know what's up. So to make these control circuits, we need all kinds of crazy stuff. So we need a refined circuit board, which is pretty simple. It's just iron and redstone inside a carpenter with some water, and we get one of these refined circuit boards. That's easy, right? That's no worries. We can make that. Then we need these advanced control circuits. And to make these advanced control circuits, we need an enhanced circuit board, which is redstone and bronze in a carpenter. No worries, right? That's all good. We can make that as well. We need some of these in reinforced alloys, so we need a metallurgic infuser. Not a huge deal. It takes some materials to make one of those, but we can make one of those. We need some diamond dust. Man, we don't know how to make diamond dust. We need a crusher. So we have to build a crusher to be able to make diamond dust. So we got that going on. And so, again, not a horrible situation. It's not great. You know, we have to make, oh my goodness, these crazy basic control circuits, and we got to make these elite control circuits, and then we take one more step further and we have to make the thermal evaporation chamber, or the controller, sorry, and then we need more of these elite control circuits, we need more of these, we need more of these, and we just keep, it just keeps stacking and stacking and stacking on top of each other. And I've decided we're going to take a little bit of a break and automate some of these circuit productions, because from what I can tell and from what I can know from talking to the Admiral, we are just starting down the path of needing those crazy circuit boards from these forestry machines. Oh my goodness, the carpenter, you know, it's not, the material cost is nothing. You know, we have so many resources. We're not even worried about the material cost. It's the little things. And the main little thing that we're having trouble with is water. Getting water into this crazy thing. The only way that we can do it is move buckets back and forth, and that is not going to get the job done. That is for sure and for certain. We need some way to keep that carpenter filled with water 24 hours a day, so we can start just keep cranking out all these crazy control circuits that we need to make. Are these circuit boards? Oh my goodness. Oh, I love Regrowth so much. I am having such a fun time playing this mod pack, but I'll tell you what, man, they intentionally make stuff so hard. Oh, it's so hard. It has nothing to do with resources. It's the amount of pieces, parts that you have to make and how difficult they are to make. For example, these guys right here, these silly steel casings that go around, essentially you make like these guys, and all of these things need a steel casing. And well, the controller needs 2 of them. So we got to make 2 valves. So we need 4 of these steel casings. And check this out. You need titanium. Do you know how hard it is to make titanium in this mod pack? There's no like mining up titanium or combining some essences or growing titanium seeds. There's none of that stuff. You got to make magnesium. And to make magnesium, you got to melt down limestone and put it in the vat. And then you got to add water. And then you get one little tiny piece of magnesium dust, and then you combine that with impure titanium, which is from those rutile ores, these guys over here, rutile. You have to combine that, and then you smelt it, and you combine it in the smeltery, and you get the titanium, and then you need 4 of those to make 4 plates. So that's a huge undertaking. So it's killing me. It is absolutely killing me. And then on top of that, you also need refined steel. Oh, man. Oh. I just had to get up and leave the computer and walk around outside at 1:30 in the morning in the cold and take a few deep breaths, because, man, I could feel myself like on the verge of just completely losing my mind. Refined steel, by the way, if you didn't know, is you take steel and you cook it in a blast furnace and you get some refined steel, which is not a huge deal, except, man, it takes 18 years to make steel. Oh, good gravy. Whew. So what I thought we would do in today's episode, before we can continue, and you can see over there's metallurgic infuser sitting over there. There's a crusher sitting right there. We'll talk about that in the next episode that you haven't seen that I've already recorded. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a little break and we're going to run down the path to try to automate some of these functions here in the wasteland so we can try at least to make titanium automated is, let's say, like 80% automated. And then we want to be able to make these ridiculous circuit boards. We want to sort of automate this process too. So that means we're probably going to build a bunch of carpenters. We're going to do some stuff like that. Whatever. Let me get started. I need to start off this episode by doing something that has nothing to do with any of that stuff. I know we just said so, but it does have something to do with with the whole automation thing. So I need to build another one of these auto assemblers. We got one up there in the coal area that's taking coal essence and turn it into coal and send it into our big coke oven array that we have up there. But I'm going to go ahead and make one of these auto assemblers because I'm about ready to have another issue that we haven't even talked about yet, and we're going to talk about in just a second. So let me see if I have a couple pistons laying around here. I would love it if I did. Pistons, pistons, pistons. Where are you at, my friends? Pistons. No. I don't see any pistons. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So there's that. All right, let's get this going. Oh, man, we just had a stroke of luck. We're going to go like this, and I think if we go like that, we get one of those. Okay, cool. We'll put that back away. You know what? Actually, here's what we're going to do, because I'm tired of looking for that hatchet every time I turn around to try to make a crafting bench. So let's just go ahead and make a bunch of those. There we go. 64 crafting benches. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to turn half of them into crafting stations. And then we're just going to stick them in this chest because we're probably going to need them. So the assembler is a crafting bench, some iron, a couple pieces of cobblestone, and these 2 pistons. So let's grab some iron out of here like so. And then we'll grab, we need 4 pieces of iron, 2 pieces of cobblestone, and let's go over here to this guy, and we're going to put our crafting bench in the middle. We're going to go like this, we're going to go like this, and the rest is iron, right? Like that, right? Auto assembler. Awesome. Now let's head over here to this crazy thing that we've got going on, and let's grab out of here a basic gate that has one of these things. Don't pick that up. And then we're going to go over here to this chest right here. This chest is where all this crazy coal coke is stacking up. Man, we have so much of it. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. I try to laugh, but I can't laugh anymore because we are in a situation where we have backups on backups on backups. We're going to say never. We don't need that. Okay. So let me grab some of this out of here, and we're going to go like this and go like that, right? And the idea is we want to be able to make these coal blocks. And I think we need... Is it this? Yeah. See? There you go. Now it's pulling stuff out of this inventory already, and it's making coal blocks, or coal coke blocks. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this pipe on here. We're going to put this gate... And we're going to say, always pump items out of there. And then you should see immediately these coal blocks coming out of here. Awesome. So we're stacking up these coal coke blocks. The cool thing about it is, let's grab one of those guys. If we ever just need straight up coal coke, I think we can go the other way. Yep, we sure can. So there we go. So what we're doing here is essentially we're just automating the production of coal coke, trying to make more inventory space. So essentially we're going to take one of these rows, or however many 9 blocks are, and we're going to be able to compress it into a stack, right? 9 stacks of coal coke is going to be 1 stack of these blocks. And that's just going to make it so we have more like overflow protection. Okay, So there's our first little bit of automation that we're going to do. The next thing I need to do is I need to dump lots of stuff out of my inventory. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. I don't want to lose any of this stuff because I've kind of got a little bit of a process going here. We're just going to open a chest here, and we're going to put all of this stuff that we have in our inventory, except for our quest book, which we haven't even cracked open in a month of Sundays, it feels like. But that's just the way it works. Anything else I need to get out of here? You know, let's go ahead and get this guy out. And we'll just stick him in there as well. Got that going on. Okay. So now I need to make a bunch of sand. Let's see. Let's go like so. Let's get a stack of each of these. Get out of here, crafting bench. And we're going to go like this. And I can almost promise you I'm doing it the wrong way. Maybe we get lucky. We do. So we're going to make a ton of sand. And I'm going to take most of that sand and put right in here. But I want to take out 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks. It's nighttime. Let's sleep through the bed. And what I'm going to do, let me jump off camera. Now that I've been ranting and raving for like 15, 16 minutes already in this episode, half of you guys are probably like, hey man, Dadcraft's went crazy. He's crazy and the wasteland is getting to him and he's falling apart. Man, you wouldn't be far from the truth. I need to take all of this sand and turn it into clay. Hey, guy. Man, that guy's like trying to blow me up. Get out of here. Get dead. Oh my goodness. We got poison and we got slowness. Let's make sure we eat something. I'm just out here minding my own business, making a little bit of coal or sand. Man, that's crazy. Oh boy. These mobs don't want to mess with me today. That's right. Oh, good grief. Anyway, I'm going to grind through these 4 stacks of sand. We're going to turn it all into clay because I need a bunch of clay blocks to be able to do the next thing that I want to do today. Let's get rid of this guy and let's eat a little something. Looks like I need to make another stack of golden carrots. I could do that. That's not a big deal. Anyway, let me go off camera here a little bit, grind out a bunch of clay. That's what we're doing, and I'll be back with you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back and we're getting ready to do our second piece of automation in this episode, which is to automate the production of titanium. Really, actually, we're just going to automate the production of magnesium, but, you know, that's part of the whole deal. Impure titanium is easy. We have stacks on stacks of those rutile ore. We can just make those no problem whatsoever. Alright, let's take this torch out of here. We're going to put in, first of all, I'm going to knock out this piece of marble right here, and we're going to put, actually, well, let's knock out this one in the front as well. We might have to clear out a couple more. And then we're going to put down this fluid tank, and on top of this fluid tank, we're going to build a crucible furnace, just like that. All right, no worries whatsoever. And then in front of this guy, let's see, a couple steps back, yeah, maybe this will work. We'll do it right here. We're going to build a vat. Let's see. It really can't be centered, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. We just can't do it, so it doesn't matter where. We don't have a whole lot of choices on where we can go with things. Hey, how about we get that out of there? Okay, so we got a crucible furnace back there and a vat right here. All right, so now we want to go 1, 2, 3 away. And we need to make sure we put these torches back. It's going to be mob spawn city back here if we don't take care of that. Okay, so we're going to go over here. Let's bust out these 2 guys again, and maybe we knock out that. And we're going to put this full tank of lava right here like that. And then we want to come over here on the other side and go 1, 2, 3 out. And let's put another full tank of lava right there. Okay? Yep. And then I want to build a crucible furnace here. And we're going to build a crucible furnace right on top of this guy. There we go. So we got those done. And then we want to put on here a fluid No. Let's move this back one. How about we build it right here? There we go. All right, let's put our crucible furnace back in. Awesome. Then we're going to take a wooden fluid pipe. We're going to stick it right there, and then we're going to put a golden fluid pipe just like that. We're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to go like that, and we're going to go like this. Okay? Now, I have a couple of these iron and gates, and we're going to put one of those here and one of them here, and we're going to do the same thing over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to connect those guys with some of this pipe wire, like so. We'll do that over here as well. Now let's go ahead and configure these guys. So let's click on this guy, and we're going to say, if we have a red pipe signal on, then we're going to do an energy pulsar. And also, if we have a red signal on, we're going to generate a redstone signal like that right there. Then we're going to go in here and make sure this guy's turned on. If he is, block will only work with a redstone signal. Okay? So there we go. And so in this guy right here, all he's going to look and see is if we want to do if this tank is less than 25%, right? And if so, we're going to generate a redstone pipe signal, just like that. That's the only thing we're going to do. That's all we need to have set up on this side. Now this guy, this one right here is going to be very similar. We're going to say if it contains less than 75%, we're going to generate a red pipe signal. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to say if we get a red pipe signal. Oops. I think we can go this way. Yeah, there we go. We're going to do an energy pulsar. And if we get a redstone signal or a red pipe signal, we're going to do a redstone signal there. So let's do that. Okay. So now what we have going on here is we've got these two crucible furnaces, and they're ready to go. And essentially it says, this one says, if I have space in this tank, if it's less than 75% full, right, contains less than 75%, generate a red pipe signal. And then this guy says, if I get a red pipe signal, I'm going to do an energy pulsar, and I'm going to do a redstone signal into this block right here. And this guy's now set to say, hey, I need a block or a redstone signal. Same deal here, except the difference is 25%. Now we're going to go back here, and we're going to do one of these deals here. Let's go like this, and we'll go under here. We're going to come down an extra layer, and we're going to go right there. Let's bust this out so we can get up here. And then we want to do the same thing over here to this guy. But we're going to go like so. Okay. All right. And then we want to come out of the bottom of this tank right here with this guy. And then we're going to split this, and we're going to go two different ways. And I'm already out of pipe, but let's go grab some more so we can get this automation done. Oh man, I think you're going to think this is as cool as it gets, I think. I hope so. I think it's pretty cool. Did I bring a chest with me? All right, no, let's grab a chest while we're over here too. We do have a hopper, right? Yep. Okay. Don't worry about what's going on there. Actually, we'll talk about that in just a second. Let's grab some more fluid pipes. I don't know how many we need. Maybe a quarter of a stack. That's probably good. I think I've got some chests in here. Yep, I do. Okay. Man, I'm sort of nervous about how much... If I back up all those coke ovens up there with creosote oil, man, we are going to have a major issue on our hands, because if it's full on creosote, it'll stop producing coal coke, and then we're going to have an issue where this guy will go out because it'll burn through all its coal coke, and there will be no more coming in to refill it. So, excuse me. So what I have going on here is just a little automated bottling operation. I just made a bunch of tin cans, and I'm piping them into this bottler, which is full on creosote oil, and I'm filling them up and piping them out the other side, with the idea being I'm trying to relieve some of the pressure on those coke ovens with some of those guys. So essentially, 4 of these guys is a full coke oven worth of creosote oil up there, 64 buckets. Okay. Let's head back over here to this little automation setup that we've got going on. I had to make some more golden carrots. I was completely out. Starving around here. Okay, let's put the rest of these pipes on here. Like that. And we need to go up underneath there like so. Yep. I think we need one more. We need to bust out this piece of cobble and then put that in there. Okay. Beautiful. And now we could do one more thing, which is come down here. And actually, we just need a regular gate. We don't need an AND gate. We just need a regular basic gate with a pulsar on it. Yeah, just one. There, put that back. Okay. Let's run back over here. And we're going to come down here. We're just going to put him on, and we're going to say, do an energy pulsar, like essentially all the time. So you should see fluid coming out of that. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Actually, nope, we need to change something really quick. How about instead of piping stuff out of that guy, we actually pipe it out of the crucible furnace itself, and then we're just going to run this straight down like that. Okay, and now we'll put our pulsar on there and say redstone signal off, do an energy pulsar. And it's going to, so this is going to do a couple things. One is it's going to fill up this tank right here. We need to make sure that this is the lava tank that actually drives this thing. So we need to make sure that stays filled, so it'll pipe it in there. As soon as that guy gets filled, it'll keep these other 2 guys full as well. I think that should work out pretty good. I think that's all we need to do there. Okay, one more thing we need to do, and then we're going to fire this thing up. We're going to go here like so, and we're going to stick in a chest right here, and we're going to put a hopper underneath this thing facing this way. All right, just like that. And then we can go ahead and put some of these marble blocks back in. We can do that. We should never need to look at that again. We should be able to cover, we'll leave a little bit, some of these open, just so we can see, make sure things are going where they need to. Let's just do that, okay? And we'll just be able to watch that happen over there. We'll be able to see stuff going there and there. Okay, so now we've got a setup where lava is going to get produced by this guy and keep these tanks underneath these 2 crucible furnaces filled, and then whatever gets made in these crucible furnaces is going to get pumped in to this vat at sort of a 3-to-1 ratio. So this is going to be 25%, this is going to be 75%. All right, now the question you might be asking is, what are we going to put in those crucible furnaces to make all the magic happen? And I'm about ready to show you. So let's unload our inventory again. I know we're sort of making a mess with things, but that's just the way it is. We're going to go over here and we're going to get another couple hoppers. Do I have 3? I do. So let's get 3 hoppers. We have a bunch more chests. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to get, I don't know, a full inventory of these essences of fire. One more stack, okay? Then we're going to come over here to this guy, and on top of this crucible furnace, actually we'll just do it right on the side. We don't have to do it on top. We're going to go right here on the side. We're going to point that hopper in there, and we're going to take this chest and stick it up there, and then we're going to load it up with all of this stuff. And you can see that it's trickling in there. That's exactly what we wanted to do. Now, if you don't know, when you melt essences of fire, you get lava. So this guy back here is going to be producing lava for us at a pretty good clip. It'll be enough to keep everything fired up and working the way we want it to. And then we're going to go here and here. We're going to do double chests over here and like that. Okay. Now, let's go over here and get a couple more things. So let's put these chests away, like so, and then we're going to come over here and we're going to get essences of water. And I want to get, again, a whole inventory full of these guys. We'll come back and get some more. Let's run around the corner, and essences of water are going to go right in here, like so. Now, if you don't know, now you know. when you melt down essences of water, you get, you guessed it, water. So we're going to melt down these essences and turn them into water to fuel that vat. And let's go ahead and get a bunch of stacks of these guys. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Can I just like put a couple? There we go. All right, and we have tons more, and we don't need tons of these. I mean, we just want a bunch of titanium. I mean, I'd be happy with like 10 or 15, 20 stacks of titanium running around. Here, click on that. There we go. All right, now this guy's going to be full, and it should be producing water. You can already see that this guy's filling up with water, and this guy's saying, hey, there's not 75% in, or 25% in there. So it's still less than 25%, so it's still just kind of hanging out. All right, now we need, let's put these away, and let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. And then we're going to go like this, and we're going to make limestone, like so. Whew, that's a bunch. Here, let's just make a couple more, and then we'll come back and make the rest of it. There we go. Okay. Now this limestone is going to go in this other chest, because that's how you make quicklime. You have to melt down limestone like this. Yep, it's going to go in there. Let's make some more, and we'll bring it back and try to get that chest as full as we possibly can. And this thing should be ready to rock and roll finally. Let's go like that. And then we'll go like that, and we'll make that. Whoops. Wrong way round. Let's turn them like that. Bang. Okay. And then we'll just run these guys out like so. And then we should have 9 of each of these. And we'll go 3 of that way, 3 of that way. So I guess we're not going to have a full chest. But, man, this is going to be a truck pile of limestone. That is for sure. Or of quicklime. So we'll do that. That guy's got to warm up. What's the melting point? 825. It should be melting already. It is. And if we look here, we are making both water and quicklime at the same time. And this guy, see all those little sparks shooting around there? You know what that means? That means we got magnesium dust coming in right there. So now this thing can run, and it'll sit back here, and it'll just churn through. It'll keep a couple buckets of water in there. You see how it's loading up water? It'll just keep however many it needs to in there as it produces it. I mean, we'll probably end up filling this tank up at some point, but you can see as soon as enough quicklime shows up in here, we're going to get some more magnesium dust out of this guy. Like so. There we go. Titanium essentially now is automated, because automating magnesium makes sure that we automate the other stuff too. Now let's look over here. I don't think this guy's hot enough yet. It needs to be 15 or 1200. It's starting to. Let's see if we see anything coming out of here yet. I haven't seen anything yet. That doesn't... I mean, it's pumping out. Is it going in here? Oh, that went down that way. Let's take this out. Oh, hi. Could I have that back? I would like to have... Oh, that's okay. Do I have a... No. I need that block. Come on, man. Don't steal my blocks. Alright, put that in there like so. Okay. Yep, see how that just filled up a little bit? It's at 953 millibuckets now. And again, this thing will get filled too, and it'll have extra capacity. See, there we go. We pumped a little bit in there. Oh, man, it's working like a dream. Let's cover this up. Let's cover these guys up. Did I have more of those? I must have got rid of them. So these guys now, essentially, this should be a self-contained system. And it should just sit back here and crank out stacks on stacks. I don't know if it'll be stacks on stacks, but it'll crank out a bunch of magnesium dust for sure and for certain. And then we can make all the titanium that we're going to possibly need. So that's, I guess, like the second piece of automation that we've done in today's episode? I think it's kind of cool, right? We've done some good stuff. All right, we're probably long on this episode already. I wanted to automate carpenters. I think maybe we'll just call it right here. We'll call this a done deal. We're probably at 35 minutes or so in this episode. We've done a lot of ranting and raving, but we also did some pretty cool automation. So we've got an automated magnesium dust set up now, cranking out magnesium dust so we can make all the titanium that we're going to need to make all these different things. Maybe the next episode we'll come back and we'll still be on our little break between this other episode that we recorded and some automation processes that we're doing, and maybe we'll try to get the carpenters and the production of all those circuit boards automated as well. I think that would be awesome. Maybe we'll do that, but we'll do that next time. No more time left in this episode, and plus I'm pretty salty, grumpy. Anyway, until then, please remember to be cool, don't be a fool, and from the wasteland, sometimes you gotta pump the brakes and turn on some automation. I guess we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.